So welcome to my short presentation about interoperability in the AV business. My name is Lukas Krueck, I'm from the Lang AG and I'm the product specialist for media servers and AV over IP topics. For giving you an understanding why we work on the topic, I will shortly present you the Lang AG. We now have 4 representations or partner companies across Europe, in Lindlar next to Cologne, in Switzerland next to Zurich, in UK next to London, and in Spain next to Barcelona. We are still family-driven or family-run company in the second generation. As I already said, 4 places, around 230, 40, depending who you ask, employees in Lindlar. A lot of space, and we try to distribute, sell, rent out equipment for visual presentation. Our business concept is to not do business with end customers. So in the end, we only sell to business partners as well. And you can see here, partly we manufacture as well. Then there are some rental companies, and in the end, the final customer, who normally doesn't know that we exist. We give our best to avoid it. That's our idea. We take products from the AV industry and products from other industries, put it into our technical departments, elaborate it, and in the end we have a solution we can sell, or at least a product we can sell. Within this process, we often think, what can we do, what's new for our customers. So in the end, our customers are not the final customers. It's not that easy to find it out. It's a mixture of several things we do. First of all, of course, we think, oh, it's a datasheet, let's have a look, and then compare it. In the end, the market comes to us and says, hey, we need some more things. We need new gear, new equipment, new tools. And as our position from a distributor, we try to talk to the manufacturers and then say what we want. In this process, we came across all over IP. We have understood what it is, and we know how to do it. It's called Internet Protocol, and it's in everybody's mouth. But the question is, how can we use it for us, for our business, for making that quite clear? Let's have a look at the OSI model, which already was topic here, I've seen. In the end, the 3 lower levels are important for us when we say we do it via Internet Protocol, so it's IP based. That's what we want, otherwise that's not compatible with other things we already have and we can buy, which are cheap and well known. Let's have a short look at daily setups already known. Mostly there's a computer like mine, a camera somewhere, and some things to play out. So a display, projection, whatever you can imagine. That's the task for someone who plans the setup. First he thinks, oh, okay, I don't know the talker, what will be the computer? I will bring a scan converter. So the first device he uses to make it compatible for his setup. The next thing, a router or a matrix. That's something we all need, and we don't have any cable yet, but 2 devices more. To make the projection look nice, there's a huge distance between the signal management and the projector placement, so we need fiber extenders. And as we already saw, it's not always the case that we can use HDMI or whatever we want to make the signal come into the projector. So in this case, as we had it here, some input boards are not available yet. So we need more converters. We convert the HDMI 2.0 to SDI 12G to make it run into our projection setup. The camera is far away as well, so we need another fiber extender. And the short control display on the lower left or in the middle. We do not know what we have, but there's no picture coming out, so we use an EDID manager to make it fit. The camera is broken. Someone brings another camera, so the planner said, oh, let's use another scan converter to make sure that it really works and we can use any kind of gear which will be replaced. Now, you see a lot of different devices, signal types. When we now start wiring, we see a lot of signal types, a lot of different cable types. We have SDI 12G on the right as well, a short DVI cable from the computer to the scan converter, HDMI 2.0, a fiber extension here, and a lot of different types. But in the end, that's not what we really want. Today, we always want to control all devices we have. So we add another Netgear switch or network switch. Maybe he already has the newest one from Netgear, like I took here for my presentation. And you can see a lot of another wires I added. The white ones are only for network. So our idea or our wish was, make it simple, just take the different signal types, put it into an IP-based protocol or housing, and then we have it. That's what we want. SDI, DisplayPort, HDMI, all handled as the same signal type, maybe in the network. Routable and compatible to all the other things already there in our network. What today is possible, we keep all the systems we really need, so our sources and our sinks. What there still remains is the output type of the devices, but it's not a problem. With SDVoE, we can just add SDVoE I/O devices, like you can see over there. Transmitter, decoder, encoder, whatever you like. Special types, always the one you need. No manufacturer specific, all compatible. Just use it, plug it in, and pick out of the market what you want, what you really need, and what you are willing to pay for. That's for us quite important, as we always try to satisfy our customers and not to sell as much as possible. In the end, we still need a Netgear switch or a network switch. Quite easy, as we already had it before, so that's not a change. Now we enter the direct devices, the SDVoE devices, to the switch, and we have it. We do not need a matrix anymore. It's just plugging in and configuring, like you had to do on a normal router audio setup. As you see, I did not add an SDVoE I/O device on the projector on the very top, as it's already possible to feed the signal directly into the projection system. Some manufacturer already added this. You can then, I don't know if it was clear, on the right, another white cable from the projector to the SDVoE device. You can quite easily use the normal network as well, plug it in and use it everywhere you want. That's what we did. We did it around 1.5 years ago at our headquarters in Lindlar in Germany. Some members, the early members of the SDVoE Alliance, met and took their gears, plugged it together. We called it plugfest and tried out that it worked, and it was a real success. So what's the next step for us? We already did that. That's working. We would like this. That each sink and each source is already native equipped with an I/O from the SDVoE, so that you only can use your switch, plug it into the device, and you have built-in I/O devices in your GS. But there's a great question in the room. We have a media server. We always talk to media server companies and they say, oh, what can we do to make you happy? It's quite easy, add SDVoE IOs. But they say, yeah, we can do it, but what about the sync? When you have a display which is played out with a 4x4 or 2x2 4K, it's an 8K display, you have 4 times 4K signals, they need to be in sync. And that's why they say, we can do it, but the customers will call and say, it's not nice, so they won't use it, and we don't want them to use our material and have a result which isn't fine. So that's a good big question we need to think about, how we can do it, how we can solve this problem, and maybe how we can convince them to do it and that it looks nice, that it will look nice, because the technology can do this. So we need to think about exactly this. What is frame lock? Can we achieve it with a source with more than one stream coming out? And can we handle it? Can we maybe handle it in the cross point and join the signal to one 8K device, 8K decoder? That's something we should definitely think about to make the whole system even more interesting. Yes. Our conclusion so far, we wanted the interoperability, and that's what we did. We wanted that the vendors or manufacturers think about working together instead of working only for them, and see that it's a benefit when they work together and the devices are compatible as well. That will definitely be a future benefit. So we did it as well. For us as a distributor, it's very important that we can offer our customers a solution to make everything work and monitored, to keep them up and informed about their system. Like they now have a web interface from any kind of device they have. They need it for the network as well. That's something you could use from the box, from the normal IP or IT stuff, which is already on the market. But it's maybe a bit too much for our business. So that is something we need to think about. But in the end, what we wanted was that it's compatible with all IT products and the IP protocol. So that's something we achieved as well. In the end, all I can say is it's a very interesting topic we need to think about how to develop on. And we can definitely talk about it and start discussing. I will be over there at our booth. Come there, talk to us, ask us, and we will have fun here in Amsterdam.